Come on, it's Outrider here and welcome to another week in toys. You've got to excuse the hair, it got soaked when I took Oliver to football earlier this morning. I've had a parcel from Chelsea. It's slowly becoming one of my favourite places to get stuff from. I ordered this, I think it was only about last Friday, Saturday maybe. And it's arrived already. I checked the shipping yesterday and it told me it had arrived in the country, so I was expecting this at some point next week. And then I checked again this morning and lo and behold, it was out for delivery by Hermes, or Every, whatever they're called now. So yeah, we've got the standard Chelsea well-packed stuff, which is great, with the old corner pieces and everything like that. Now this isn't a third-party figure. In fact, I haven't bought it for the figure. I've bought it for some of the parts that come with it, which might be a little bit of a clue. Oh, this is exciting. Generation 1 Swoop. I know it's a KO, and it's a shame the box has got proper dimmed up, and it's got like this sticker on there, which is a bit of a shame. But the reason why I got this is because at TFN, I think it was it 2019, 2018 when Rudy Zoo was there? I picked up this from, it was on the Sunday actually, it was from the Toy Foo stall, and it was a Swoop figure, but it was covered in dive bomb stickers, Decepticon stickers. I ended up stripping it back and basically putting some new stickers on there, and it's a little bit loosey-goosey, he's a bit of an old figure. But yeah, I needed his parts, and I thought, well, why not just order this? This was £22 from Chelsea posted, which is phenomenal. Now, I did have a KO Swoop before I had that many years ago, and it arrived broken. I just sent it back. This box is in a bit of a sorry state, unfortunately, and I will keep it because it is quite cool to have. But as you can see, yeah, it's not the best. I think if I'd have bought this to display sealed, I would have been a little bit upset. But as I've bought it just to transform it, it's fine. Just to steal the parts from him. So interestingly, like you can see how like my Swoop over here has slightly yellowed in the clear plastic. Let's do. So it's quite good how they've done it. They've basically, oh, there we go, instructions. I don't know if we get stickers, we might get stickers. But they've done it so you can actually pop the figure back in, which is pretty cool. Never mind. I'm not going to be able to put it back in the box anyway, am I? Because of the damage. So we've got his missiles and his launcher and his sword. And that figure here. It actually doesn't feel too bad. He's quite nice actually. As I say, this is renowned for breaking, but you can see I'm not going to transform this Swoop anymore, right? I'm not going to do it because there's no need to. I'm worried about him breaking. This, I'm probably just going to have him sitting in Dino mode next to him, potentially. I'll see. But yeah, so we've got Swoop here. We can see he's relatively tight. Oh, he's got his wheel there. That's Swoop as well. Yeah, he has. I didn't realise that. He's got a wheel there. There we are. We've got his instructions here. As I say, I don't know if it comes with the stickers. It would be nice if it did, because I can obviously sticker him up. Let's have a look. See if we've got the stickers in here. Yeah, we have. We've got a set of stickers. Very matte finish. Don't look the best. Yeah, very different to the other stickers I've got. But yeah, still quite cool that I've got that. I might sticker him up, I might not. I haven't quite decided yet. So let's give Swoop his sword here. So I want to try and complete my Dinobots. Basically, I've got most of the parts from when I was a kid, but my slag is in a sorry state, to be honest. And it was second-hand when I had it as a kid. Got these on the sprue. So yeah, most of my Dinobots are actually complete now. I think I might be missing one of the swords from Sludge, I think. But we've got, yeah, the launchers here. They shoot. Yeah, they do shoot actually. Let's pop these onto Swoop's wings. Oh wow, so here we go. Here we go. Oh wow. This is awesome. So we have a complete Swoop, which is awesome. I only really bought it for the bits, as I say, but it's lovely to have. Swoop is my holy grail, right? He always has been ever since I was a kid. I really wanted a Swoop, and you couldn't get him in this country. And when I found my old holy grail over here, the original G1 Swoop, I thought, happy days, you know what, I've completed him. But I don't want to mess about with him, I don't want to transform him. And now, to like open one up as of new, I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy. I might just try and transform this, just once. I don't want to break it though, but let me try and transform it, see how we get on. See if any of the joints are loose. I know James picked up the Grimlock, and he said it was a little bit loose. But I mean, let's face it, my Grimlock's loose and that's 40 years old, you don't really mind. So the feet don't want to come out. These feet are a little bit tight, let's leave them for the moment. You can kind of say, this is the original one here, this is the new one. Obviously paint wear and those type of things, but these are pretty good. Pretty impressed. As I said, the one I had years ago, and it probably is about 10 years ago now. It was definitely when I was in the old house, so it's at least 8 years, 7 years. This came broken. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy. I'm going to transform this back into his pterodactyl mode. I'm going to be very careful. Generation 1 Swoop, KO and official. I'm really happy with that. I'm very happy with that. It's cool to see the instructions and everything like that as well. I think the only downside to this, it's showing the instructions, so we got them. As I say, the only downside to this, is this box is a little bit battered, and I know people do buy it for the box, so you need to be aware of that. I am going to keep this because it feels such a shame to throw out a Generation 1 box, even though it is a KO. But I'm very happy with that. So today is Sunday the 30th of July, I think it is. And a good week or so has passed since I filmed that first bit. And there's been a lot of robots because there's been some releases. And there's also been a shopping trip and a few other bits that I managed to get. So let's go through them. I think it started last Saturday when I went to Sutton Coldfield with Oliver. And I picked up this from the Entertainer. This was £5. Actually, all of the Rise of the Beast stuff that was on sale in the Entertainer had since gone up. So I thought, well, he's a £5, I'll get him anyway. And yeah, a little bit annoying that that stuff had gone up because Oliver decided that he wanted a Transformer with his pocket money that week, which shocked me completely because he's never really asked for one before. He's got some, but he's never really... Well, in the last 12 months, 18 months, when he's really got into toys, he has a set view of what he wants, and Transformers isn't normally one of those things. But he wanted this Optimus Primal because he really likes the Rise of the Beast movie. In fact, he hasn't shut up about watching it again, and I wish they'd get a hurry on and actually release it on streaming over here because it seems to be out in every other country. But it transforms. I mean, you're meant to unlock the knees and that, but the legs tend to pop off a little bit. But that's him in his monkey mode. And literally transformation is straightening out his legs. You pull this front part out here, rotate it around, and then you've got him in his robot mode. And it comes with... I forget what this character's called. It looks like Tigertron, but it's not Tigertron. He turns into a bow, and he can hold it in his hand. Like so, pew. But it does transform into a lion. Let me work out how to do that. It's relatively simple. Like so, which is pretty cool. Quite a nice set. We had to pay full price for it though. These were only like $10.99 I think in the Entertainer, maybe $11.99. And they went up to like $15.99, which is a shame. But picked up that. I got Skull Cruncher, so I think I'm only missing Air Razor, but I don't think she's been released over here yet, to be completely honest with you. Then I finally got round to having Amazon Prime again, and I did that for a couple of reasons. I get it through a promotion that I've got some insurance with, which is pretty good now. And also, Mr. Luffy told me that a certain core class Dinobot was on sale, and unfortunately they didn't have Swoop, but they did have Scar here, so I'm still only one Dinobot short that have been released so far, Swoop. Maybe that's something to look out for at TFN, because I have looked in other places since, and even though I can get him online, he's working out to be about 16 quid now. He was $8.99, so I got him for a little bit of a bargain, and he's alright. Big chunky boy, relatively light. I'm really looking forward to finishing Volcanicus now. I think that will be pretty awesome. At the same time I ordered that, I also ordered Wheeljack, who was on sale on Amazon for 23 quid. Still a bit more than I wanted to pay for this figure, but I thought, oh, why not? I've just been paid, I've got a new job, I'll give that a go. And I picked it up, and it looks really good. Now, I don't like the Wheeljack design, really, and I wish that they called him old Pablo or something like that, because he wasn't really Wheeljack. And this looks like a Studio Series figure, to be completely honest with you. It doesn't feel like one. It feels a bit light. The hips are fractionally loose. The joints are fractionally loose. But it's got all the articulation you would need, and it's got the decent design work. Even if there was a Studio Series version of Wheeljack, I probably wouldn't pick it up, because I think this one is good enough, to be honest. And I said I wasn't going to go all in Rise of the Beast, but I kind of have got in on Rise of the Beast, so I still think it's bonkers that we haven't got a Mirage, so that is crazy. But Wheeljack here for 23 quid, he's alright. He's alright. Right, then on to what else did I pick up? I showed me charity shop find. Went into work on Thursday, and I found this in the charity shop for £2. It is Optimus Prime from Roberts in Disguise 2015. It's a pretty kiddie-like figure. It's like a giant one-step change, to be completely honest with you. But if we transform him and move these bits around, lock his head up. It took me ages to work out how to actually lock his head in place. He transforms into, make sure he is all locked in. Transforms into this version of Optimus Prime, which is a pretty nice figure. Like, I know it's a kiddie one, and I know that I wouldn't normally go out there and buy a figure like this, but for £2 from a charity shop, we get to experience some of the things, don't we? And he's alright. I actually do quite like it. I like the design in robot mode anyway. For £2, couldn't really moan. Then obviously we had the SDCC, San Diego Comic Con products go live, and this was ready to ship straight away, so I picked up this. I was really excited about this. I've been wanting this since it was leaked, so I thought, why not? And the only reason why I'm excited about this is because of Wheeljack, Armada Wheeljack, and we're definitely going to have a version of him, but I'm not convinced we're going to get Whisper with him. I don't think it was called Whisper with Wheeljack, but anyway, never mind. I have opened them up, so we've got Rodimus here, who is lovely, really, really nice figure. If you've had the Studio Series 86 figure, you know exactly what to expect. This deco looks great on him, and I don't actually have a Shattered Glass Rodimus anymore. I used to have the Power of the Primes version. I sold that on to Mr. Shotton to add to his Hot Rod shrine, and I had DX9 Terror as well, which I didn't sold on. That was a lovely figure. So I have wanted to kind of replace. I replaced Terror with Power of the Primes, and then I've sold Power of the Primes, so this replaces that. And this will probably be the last version of this character I actually need, because this mould is stunning. It comes with some red fire blasters that you can use as guns, well, blast effects in bot mode as well. Comes with 2 of his guns. Comes with a red circular saw and the Matrix of Leadership that is red, I think. Red, yeah, red Matrix of Leadership with a red blast effect, so we can light the darkest hour or darken the lightest hour. I don't even know how it works in Shattered Glass. But yeah, he's a nice figure, and I do recommend him. I feel for Dave Shotton because he was released in part of the 2-pack, and he had to buy this other fella who I think is probably the best out of the two. It is Shattered Glass Sideswipe, aka Wheeljack, and yeah, he's a is a retool of the Siege Sideswipe mould. This particular mould, but the overall mould itself with the retools has been one of the most frequent released figures I think we've had in recent Transformer history. This one has a new chest piece with the Autobot logo scraped out. Has 2 new accessories, these batons. Does come with his original shoulder cannon, which is pretty cool. Brand new head sculpt, which is stunning. And the rest is pretty similar, except for, obviously, a Whisper here, who is a Minicon, the first Minicon we have had released. And I know they've teased Jolt with the Energon Powerlinks version of Hot Rod, which I will be picking up, which I believe is a PulseCon exclusive in October. So I'll be happy to wait for that. Oh, we've got lovely Whisper here, who is beautiful. These are stunning. These are so much better than the Minicons that they did. But he is absolutely great. I'll quickly go and grab Wheeljack actually so I can show you what I mean. This is Takara Wheeljack. Was he called Wheeljack? Was he called something else? I forget. But this is a Takara version of the Wheeljack mould. And this is obviously the figure that we've got now. So we're expecting, of course it's going to happen, is this figure is going to be repainted into this, and this is the version that everyone wants, which is why they've released this first. But if we have a look at Whisper as well, yeah, definitely an upgrade. I love the new head sculpt, the like kind of squashed head. It's pretty cool. So that was it for Transformers, to be honest with you. Shatterglass set is great, really recommend it. If you're not sure about it, then pick it up at TFM, maybe that's something you can do. I did pick up this as well yesterday. I went to Birmingham with my son. They actually had a few Transformers in Forbidden Planet. They had the Toxotron G2 Grimlock for $55.99. I had it in my hand at one point, but I put it down. My son was interested in these, and as you can see, this one was on sale for $4.99. And I picked it up for me just to have a mess about with, and Oliver's obviously already claimed it. But yeah, it's quite a cool thing how it works. Let me try and remember how to do it. The knees just pop open. I'm opening them the wrong way. So this all opens out. These panels at the back open out. This pushes forward and then his mouth opens. So you've got like that kind of thing. Really odd, strange little toy, but cool nevertheless. I think this is probably the weakest mould of the lot. The dragon looks awesome, and so does like the winged panther and the owl. But I'm not going to pay $16.99, $19.99, whatever what they were for them, because they are pretty tiny, to be honest. But for $4.99, I thought it was worth giving it a go. And they do transform into like these Dungeons and Dragons dice, which are pretty cool. And I think, if there's nothing else, I don't think there is anything else. I think that's it for this week in toys. TFN is coming up. There is more Transformers on the way, because of course there is, because San Diego Comic Con, they've released everything at TFN time, and I'm an impatient little git, and I've ordered a few things, which should be on the way this week, maybe 3 or 4 things before TFN. So yeah, I am going to do a TFN video. It's either going to come out before or after this, so keep an eye out for it. And until next time, I've been Zorrider, and I'll catch you again really, really soon.